Here's some tips for painting fine details. First, I have a tiny brush, and I'm getting a little bit of paint right on the tip of that brush. You can see almost it's like a blob. And as I'm showing you here, like more pressure versus less pressure. More pressure will get you a thicker line, less pressure, a smaller line. And then I don't want that scratchiness at the end. That means I'm running out of paint, so I want to reload like this and make sure I have that little blob on the tip. And that little blob of paint will be what I use, but you don't want to run out and get those scratchy lines. So I'm going to reload pretty often. I'm going to use really light pressure, and I'm kind of like usually bracing my hand against something, like against the table, making sure I'm really stable to make these straight lines. And I'm outlining the shape that I want to do. I've already drawn it in pencil. And right now I'm just going through those pencil lines and outlining them. I'm trying to use less pressure towards the end of that because I want it to be a finer line. I'm finishing up this outline. If I get to a spot, I might use small brush strokes to kind of just fill in, almost dabbing in where I need them to be. So now that I have it all outlined, I can just fill it in. But my outlines are nice and crisp and clean. And now I can take a little bit more paint and use small, short brush strokes just to fill in that space, carefully making sure I don't go outside of my lines. And there you have it. Now I'm going to do that again with this circle logo. Again, I'm just loading up kind of just the tip of that brush, making sure I have sort of a glob of paint there on it. And then a fine line, so light pressure. If I want something to be thicker, I'll just go over it multiple times.